Hey everyone, it's time for After the Story with Nancy Jackson. Are you ready? Have you ever experienced a time where you were faced with a decision and you told yourself that you would make the right one, even though every part of your body was screaming to do the opposite? Somewhere deep inside you knew you would fight to have your own way when the time came. You would try to finagle and twist the situation in order to achieve your desired outcome. But you shoved it down and pretended you were willing and eager to do the right thing. I think we have all been there. Soul chaos. There is no peace in a situation like that, and we can't seem to make ourselves feel any different, no matter what we tell ourselves or how we chide ourselves. And in the end, it is devastating. Sharon is already so attached to Molly Sue that even at that very moment, should they find her mother, she would have felt a massive blow. But nevertheless, she continues on with the slight recognized hope that they would never find her mother. So then, was Sharon acting out of Molly Sue's best interest or her own? Did she really buy all those clothes because Molly Sue needed dozens of outfits, or because Sharon wanted to play dress up? Sharon was in denial, just as we often are. She was telling herself that her actions were for the benefit of Molly Sue, when all the while she was doing what she wanted to fill her own soul. We can't be too quick to judge, though. We all do that from time to time. When we feel that tug that we shove aside, could that be our conscience telling us to stop and evaluate our motives? We do it in our workplace, fighting for promotions, achievements, and recognition. We do it at home in an attempt to manipulate our spouse to behave the way that we feel benefits us. But in the end, it adds up. Our souls become overloaded with stress and anxiety, and peace is nowhere to be found. Molly Sue loves and misses her mommy dearly, which is evident. We can assume from that, and because there's no physical abuse with injuries shown, that she was not abused but loved. The pictures present a few questions. The big man with his hand on her mommy, was she unconsciously conveying the large man was controlling her mother in some way? A small house or cabin was not that unusual, but the drawing of her mother sitting on the bed with a bracelet around her ankle further confirms that the big man was quite possibly controlling her mother. This could be the primary reason her mother hadn't sought out medical help herself. Molly Sue is not afraid of the big man, Buddy. That is clearly evident in her words and actions. He is also not her father, or she would have been taught that by him and her mother. So who is this mysterious man? And how urgent is it that they find her home? We know that Molly Sue has lived in a very sheltered environment, isolated even. She appears healthy and happy and loved. Can all those things be true at the same time? And how long will it take before they find Molly Sue's mother? Thank you for listening. Be sure and subscribe to this podcast, plus my other podcast, The Story with Nancy Jackson, where you will hear the actual professionally narrated novel that syncs with After the Story. Link is in the notes.